here's some stuff that I would make if I was a Dragon Ball Legends executive. The first one is the Ultra Summons. You know on how the Ultra Summons is like if you don't get it within the 600th summon, you get them like there's like a guaranteed summon to get them. Well, I think it's absolutely a bit stupid. So, in my opinion, I think it should be like, hang on, how did I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I would make it every 10 summons. Okay, well, like every 2 cycles, right? And if you don't get the ultra within those 2 cycles, then you get them for free, right? So, and here is how I sorted it down in my brain, all right? So you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So on the 10th time that you have not gotten, if you haven't gotten the Ultra, then you get them on the third rotation. At least that's how I would see it. And then this one is kind of a this one is kind of like it took some inspiration from the Clash Royale store. Like on how in the Clash store you can buy all of your currencies, you can buy all your cards from there, the Evos, certain bundles. Well, it's kind of like this, but at the same time, not really like this. So, what I've done is that I I would charge $10 for 1,000 Z power, or $100 for 100 Z power if you decide to buy all of the Z power and whatnot. You know what? I might as well just show you what I've done. So let me just look it up for you guys so you can see. All right. And let me read this off. So you would pay $10 for 1,000 Z power, 20 for 2,000, 30 for 3,000, and so on so forth until you've maxed out your character. Same thing with Z Awakening power as well. And same thing with Ultras, but I figured that with Ultras, you can just pay $20 for it. Because you know on how in the Clash store, you would have your legendaries would be like, I think it was $10 or $11. And you would have your champions at $12. Then you would have your heroes at $15. This is kind of like that, but instead, like your sparking characters or your Legends Limited characters are like $10 a pop, and the Ultras are like $20 a pop. I mean, it makes sense, does it not? Well, to me, it makes sense. So I would sell the Ultras at 20, and same thing as I said before, 20 for 2K, 40 for 4K, 60 for 6K, 80 for 8K, and so on and so forth. All right. And for the bundles, like the currencies and the stuff that you can trade with, I would probably just have them in like bundles or whatnot. And then I would make the Cairo Crystal stuff much cheaper. Not the fact that I'm paying $40 for 3K crystals, okay? If I'm gonna pay $40 for 3K crystals, okay? I better get something else. I better get additional stuff in return, you know, so that way I'm not getting just 3K crystals or 4K crystals or whatever, right? At least I am getting other stuff in return if that's how I would have my way at the studio that Dragon Ball Legends work at. But anywho, yeah, that's just my whole entire idea based on it, and that is about it.